Stop. Okay, hello everybody. We are going to start our session for today. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so we're going to start right now. It's 3:05. As usual, we have our session for today of It's Time to Talk. First, let me see. Right now, there are 9 students: Alison, Andre, Eddie, Felipe, Isabela, Maria Paula Duran, Maria Paula Prado, and Sharon Pontocal. Right now, there are 9 students in this web. And we are going to start. Okay, let me see. For example, Andre Najibi. Hello, how are you doing today? How are you doing today, Andre Najibi?
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing today, Andre?
I have homework.
Homework?
Sorry. Yes.
What subject? Do you have a homework of what's one subject?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. Okay, chemistry. Do you like chemistry?
Sorry.
Andy?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what do you prefer? Or which name do you prefer, Andre or Najibe?
Los dos, pues por mí está bien.
Okay, don't worry. Do you have a sister or a brother, Andre, Najibe?
Yes, I have a sister.
A sister. Okay, good. Felipe. Hello, Felipe. How are you doing today? Felipe. Hello, Felipe. Are you there?
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing today? How are you today, Felipe? Good, well, great. Excellent. I don't know. How are you today? Okay, let me see another person. Sharon. Hello, Sharon. Are you there?
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing today?
Excellent, thank you. And you?
Great, great. Do you also have a chemistry home? Sharon, do you also have a chemistry homework today? Or not? Yes or no, Sharon? Okay. Okay, guys. So we're going to start. Today we are going to start studying a new topic. Okay. We're going to start to study a new topic. Last week we studied a different one. Previous week we studied a different one, and now we're going to start a new topic. Okay, so we're going to start doing an exercise in order to check what you have already know about that topic. Okay, we are going to do an exercise in order to know what you have already known about this topic. It's a very common topic. And I know you are in 10th or 11th grade, so you have studied this topic maybe 2, 3, 4, or more times, okay? Along your high school, along your studies in high school. So it's a very common topic, but sometimes we have problems, we have some issues when we use that topic, okay? So we are going to start with this exercise. I'm going to share my screen. Let me see this one. Wait a minute, that there is another student trying to log in now. Okay, now we have 10 students, and there is another one trying to log in now. Okay, going to share my screen. This one, as usual, I have a PowerPoint presentation for you. Today is April the 1st, no? Remember that when we say the dates, we don't say April 1, no, we say April the 1st. Today is April the 1st. Today is the first day of the month, April, okay? And we are going to do an exercise like this one. We are going to do this exercise. This one, number 3. Okay. So, you can see here, we are going to study today the past simple or the simple past. In English, we can say past simple or simple past. Both of them are correct. Don't worry about that. So, we are going to write these verbs, for example, live, stay, tidy, die, cook, visit, enjoy, watch, stop, jump, but in past. No? Here you can see the verb in present. Live is present, stay is present, tidy is present. So we have to change these verbs into past. Okay. So let me see. The first one, live. What is the past of this verb? What is the past of live? Anyone knows? What is the simple past of the verb live? If you can't speak, please write on the chat. Write on the chat. What is the past of this verb? Live. Okay, that's correct. You add the. This is the past of verb live, lived, okay? Yeah, I tell you to write on the chat because the pronunciation is not quite different, no? It's not very different. It's similar, no? If I say he lived, no? The difference is only a sound at the end of the word. So that's why I'm telling you to write the verbs in the chat. Okay. Okay. The first one, he lived in Rome long ago. The second one, stay. Anyone knows what is the past of verb stay? What do we have to add to this verb in order to change into past? Stay. Remember it. Okay, ed. Okay, add ed. Perfect. And Najibi says in the chat, add ed. Perfect. Add ed. Okay, so here in the first one we add d, lived. In the second one we add ed, stayed. Now let's see with the third one, tidy. What happened with tidy? What is the past of this verb? What is the
Se
past of
le
this verb?
cambia la Y por latina y se le pone el ED.
Okay, that's right. Like this. Okay. Let me change. Okay. This one. We change Y for I and add ED. Okay. Next. We have lived, stayed, tidied. Now, Caesar died. What happened with died? What do we have to do in order to change this verb into past simple? Remember, you can write in the chat. No one? Okay, let me see the chat. Okay, and then you said we add D, only D. Alison died. Okay, that's good. Died. Next, cook. Very easy. What do we have to do with cook?
Could we
Okay, cooked. Okay, in the chat you wrote the answer appropriately. Cooked. Okay, next. Visit.
A
Visit.
visit se le pone la ed, visit.
Okay, good. Enjoy. Next, enjoy. What do we have to do with enjoy?
Si no estoy mal, se le quita la I, esa I y se le pone la ed.
Okay, we change this Y. I don't know, I'm not sure.
no, eso se le pone
La,
Okay.
la ed.
Okay, that's correct. Here, in this case, enjoy, we have to add ed. Okay, enjoy, it says Andrina G. Good. Next, everybody watch. What happened with this verb?
Ed.
Ed. Okay, only ed. No more. Everybody watched the match. The chat, watched. Okay. Next, stop. What happened with stop? Alison,
Se agrega
stop.
se agrega otra P y LD.
Like this. Stop. Oh, okay, good. And the last one? This is the
A esa
first
solo se
one.
le agrega la D.
Okay, good. Very good. The chat, stop it, Isabella. Okay, good. So, here we have some regular verbs, okay? These are regular verbs. Live, stay, tidy, die, cook, visit, enjoy, watch, stop, and live are regular verbs, okay? What happened with regular verbs? When you have to change the verb from present to past, from present to past, or from present into past, we only have to add ed, no? Ed. We have to add ed. However, there are some special cases, no? Special situations when we have to change a little. For example, in this one, like the verb has already finished in E, we only add D. No. Here, the verb finishes in Y. And before the Y, there is a consonant. Before the Y, there is a consonant. When there is a consonant before the Y, we have to change the Y for I and then add ED. This is a regular one, only D because has already finished in the E. Cook is a normal one, ED. Visit, a normal one, ED. Enjoy, a normal one, ED. Okay, Some of you are thinking about, oh my God, but this verb finishes in Y. But what happens here before the Y, there is a vowel, not a consonant. There is a vowel here. No? Here we have the Y, and before there is a vowel, not a consonant. When there is a consonant before the Y, we have to add ed. Okay, okay, watch a normal one, ed, stop, ed, but here we have another case, another special case. When the verb, like this one, stop, has only one syllable, and it finishes a vowel between two consonants. Again, a vowel between two consonants. A vowel between two consonants, we have to repeat, we have to double the last letter, in this case, P. No? We have to double P or repeat the P and then add ed. Okay, and the last one is as we did the previous one, leave only add ed. And these are regular verbs. Okay, good, very good. Now we are going to do another one like this. And here we have some sentences, okay? And we have two options, no? We have two options. Here we have to use simple past or past simple is the same. In both of them we have to add ed or ied, no? Let's see. Let's start. For example, the first one, the man carry or carried. What do you say? What do you say, guys? A or B? A is carried with Y, with I, and B, option B, is carried with Y. You can write in the chat, remember, okay? Alison said carried with Y. What else? Who else? In this case, the correct one is this one, carried, okay? Why? Because the verb here, the present of this verb is carry, okay? So carry finishes in Y, and before the Y we have a consonant. So if we have a consonant, we have to change Y for I and add ed, okay? Next, we. Let's do this. We enjoyed or enjoy it. Look at the difference. The first one is with a Y, and the second one is with I.
One, enjoy.
A or B?
A.
A.
A, this one. Okay, enjoyed. Next, I studied with Y, or I studied with I. A or B?
B.
B. Okay, good. Why? Because the verb is study. No? Study, we have a Y, and before the Y, we have a consonant, so we have to change. Okay? That's the reason. That's why we change. Next, the baby. Cried or cried with A or B?
B.
B, good. B, the correct option is B. Why? Because the verb is cry. No? Cry finishes with Y, and before the Y, we have a consonant. This one is a consonant, so we have to change like this. Okay. Next, the postman. The postman verified with I or Y, A or B?
A.
A, yes. It's the same reason, I'm verifying with Y. My parents stayed or stayed with Y or I, A or B?
A.
A.
A, this one, perfect. The cook fried or fried with Y
Fried,
or
B.
I?
B.
B.
A or B? B? Okay, good. Classified with Y or I? A or B?
B.
B.
B. Good. She played A or B?
A.
A.
A. Okay. And the wind, A or B? Right.
B.
B. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, excellent. Now we are going to continue with another exercise, but it's a different one. This one. Now, the previous verbs were regular verbs. Now we have some irregular verbs. Okay. What is the difference between regular and irregular verbs? Very easy. The regular verbs follow the rule of add ed. The irregular verbs don't follow that rule. Okay, don't follow that rule. So, for example, we have here go, and go is an irregular verb. We can do this. We can't do this. We can add ed to the verb. That's not correct. We can't do that. So here we have this verb, but the verb is gonna change a lot or a little in past. Okay. For example, anyone knows what is the past of go?
What?
Anyone knows what is the past of went? Good. Look at this. The past, go. The present, go. The past, went. It's completely different. It's a completely different word. No? Give. Anyone knows what is the past of give? Anyone knows what is the past of the
Given.
verb give? Okay, let me see. Gave. Gave. Give, present. Gave, past. Okay. Next, fly. We have the verb fly. What is the past of fly?
AD, like that.
This? No, that's not correct. It's flew. Flew. The past of fly is flew. Forget. The past of forget is forgot. Forgot. Okay. Drive. Drive is present. And what is the past of drive?
Drove.
Drove. Okay, drove. Look at this. In this case, present drive, past drove. Only one letter change. Only one letter change. Okay, get. Get is present. What is the past of get?
Got.
Got. Good. Have is present. What is the past of have?
Had.
Had. Good. The last one. Okay, no, that's not the last one. Sorry. No. What is the past of no?
Now.
No, like this one. Okay. No present. No past. Present. eat, and past,
Ate.
ate. Good, ate. The same letters, look at this. Eat, present, and past, ate. Okay. And the last one, the train leave, present, and the past,
Left.
left. Good, very good. So look at these verbs. These are irregular verbs. So the difference between regular and irregular verbs is that the irregular verbs don't follow the rules of ed. Here, in the regular verbs, for example, the verb can change completely, go, went. It's a completely different word. Or the words can change only one letter. For example, give, gave. Or like this, fly, flew, and change two letters. Forget, forgot, one letter. Drive, drove, one letter. Get, sorry, get. Got, one letter. Have, had, two letters. No, no. Eat, ate, it's a different word. And leave, left. So you can see here how the verbs change, okay? Because these are irregular verbs, okay? Let's continue. Here we have other irregular verbs. They are very, very common. They are very used. No? We use these verbs daily. Drink. Anyone knows what is the past of drink?
Drank.
Good. Begin. The
Begun.
past of begin. Begin is present. Began is past. Okay. Break. What is the past of break? Oh. The past of break is broke. Okay. Build. The past of build. Build. Only the last letter change. Build. Build. Okay. Do. Very easy. What is the past of do? This is very common. This is a very common verb. Present do and past.
Eat.
Let me see the chat. Okay, yes, Andri said did. That's right. Did. Come. This is present. And the past is came. Look at this. This is a very different verb. Bring is present. In past is brought. Okay. Draw. In present. In past, drew. This one, very different. Buy, present. In past, bought. And the final one, the last one, the past of verb to be. What is the past of verb to be?
Was
You tell
where.
me, guys. Okay, that's right. Was or were. In this case, was. I was too young then. Okay, good. Okay, now let's see. So we are going to talk about the simple or the past simple, no? Simple past or the past simple. And we have a picture about the past simple tense. How do we make sentences using simple past tense? So it's important to take into account the verb, no? The verb. It's very, very important. It's mandatory to take into account the verb and to change the verb into past. No? And that's why we have to know which are the irregular verbs and which are the regular verbs. No? Here I'm going to speak a little in Spanish. ¿No? Entonces acá en fundamental, ¿no? Fundamental acá tener en cuenta cuáles son los verbos regulares y los verbos irregulares. And here you can see irregular verbs. This is a list of irregular verbs. This is a list of irregular verbs. There are 2 pages. 1, 2, yes, 2 pages of irregular verbs. You can see here, I'm going to widen a little this one. Like this. Here we have a list of irregular verbs. You always are gonna find a list of irregular verbs, not regular. Siempre vamos a encontrar en un libro, en un diccionario, en cualquier parte, vamos a encontrar el listado de verbos irregulares, ¿no? Irregulares. Generalmente no encontramos lista de verbos regulares. ¿Cuál es la o por qué se hace esto? Fácil. Nosotros tenemos que aprendernos o tenemos que manejar los irregulares. Si sabemos cuáles son los irregulares, quiere decir que los demás, los que no están en la lista, todos los demás, que son muchos más que los irregulares, entonces son regulares, ¿no? Entonces, anteriormente, ya pues no se utiliza mucho esto, pero anteriormente esto hasta no lo evaluaban. Por ejemplo, nos daban un listado, diga usted, 100 verbos, 50, 60 verbos y nos evaluaban los verbos. Nos daban el verbo en presente, este primero, y nosotros teníamos que colocarlo en pasado simple y en pasado participio. Y entonces nos evaluaban los 50, 60 verbos del listado de esa manera. Tenemos que aprendernos. ¿Sí? Hoy día pues ya no se maneja así de esa manera, sin embargo, es importante que ustedes los conozcan y los manejen. Y de conocerlos, de manejarlos, de utilizarlos, se los terminan aprendiendo. ¿Okay? And you have to learn them by heart. Eso los tienen que aprender de memoria, by heart, ¿no? Con el paso del tiempo, uno de estarlos viendo, utilizando, los termina aprendiendo. Anteriormente el proceso era muy diferente, ¿no? Anteriormente nos decían, era aprendan los primeros 15, después los otros 15, después los otros 15, y así nos terminamos de aprender todos. Okay, but, however, entonces, ¿cuál es la diferencia? Nosotros necesitamos saber si un verbo es regular o irregular. Entonces, ¿qué hacemos? Si el verbo es irregular, el verbo está acá en esta lista. Y la lista se encarga de decirnos cuál es el pasado de ese verbo, por ejemplo. Le digo, bueno, vamos a hacer una oración en pasado simple con el verbo sleep. Necesitamos saber si sleep es un verbo regular o irregular. Entonces vamos y lo buscamos acá. Sleep. Here it is. Y la lista nos dice cómo quedan pasado. Sleep, presente. Slept, pasado. ¿Sí ven? Bueno. Tenemos otro verbo. Yo les digo, vamos a hacer una oración con el verbo cook. Es el verbo cocinar. Necesitamos saber si es verbo regular o irregular. Entonces, ¿qué hacemos? Lo buscamos acá. Cook. Venimos acá. No está. Como no está en la lista de verbos irregulares, ¿qué quiere decir esto? Que es un verbo regular. Y como es un verbo regular, ¿qué tenemos que hacerle? ¿Qué le hacemos a los verbos regulares? What do we have to do with regular verbs? ¿Qué les hacemos?
ed.
Okay, that's right. We add ed, ¿no? Les agregamos ed. Pues salvo los casos por ahí que ahorita mencionábamos, ¿no? Cuando terminaban Y y antes viene una consonante, cuando es una sola sílaba se le repite la última letra, y cuando ya terminan entonces solamente se le agrega la D. Es importante que tengan ustedes en cuenta eso, que conozcan los verbos irregulares y saber que siempre ustedes van a encontrar listados de estos verbos, de los irregulares. ¿Ok? Let's continue, guys. And here we have to compare some things. Here we're going to compare some things. In present, look at this. In present, we use the auxiliary do, no? This is the auxiliary do or does, no? Do or does. In present simple, we use the auxiliary do or does. In past, we use the auxiliary did. So, when you look at the auxiliary did, you know we are talking about, or we are talking in past, ¿no? Siempre que veamos el did en una oración, you know we are talking in past. Ustedes sabrán que estamos hablando en pasado. Siempre que ustedes vean el did. Así como cuando ustedes ven el do and does, you know we are talking in present. When we see did, when you look at did, we are talking in past, okay? And what happens here, for example? For example, I have a verb, I'm going to say the verb buy. You know what is buy? What is the meaning of buy, guys? You know what is the meaning of buy? You know, what does it mean in Spanish, buy? Anyone knows? Nobody? Nobody knows? What is the meaning of this verb, buy?
Comprar.
Yes, in Spanish, buy is the verb comprar, no? Now we have to change, this is present, we have to change into past. So what do we have to do? We have to look for the verb in the list. And this one is in the list, and the list tells us that buy is present, bought is past, okay? So for example, if I'm going to write the sentence with past, I bought a car last week. Look at this. I bought a new car last week. Okay, you can see that we are talking in past. Why? Because the verb is in past, bought. And besides, there is an expression, there is a time expression for past, last week. Anyone knows what last week means? In Spanish, last week? Oh, no one knows what does it mean in Spanish?
La siguiente
Last
semana.
La semana pasada.
Okay, in past, no? Remember, future, next week. Past, last week. Next week, future, past, last week. And it's the same with other words, no? Next month, el mes pasado. Last month, el mes pasado. Last year, el año pasado. Last summer, el verano pasado, okay? And we have here a sentence in past. I bought a new car last week. Yo compré, look at this, in past, un carro nuevo la semana pasada. Okay, please. Here, this is an affirmative sentence. And here we don't use did, the auxiliary did. No? We only use the verb in past. But when do we use did? We use the auxiliary did, this one, in order to make questions and in order to make negative sentence. Remember, the auxiliary did we use for two cases. In order to make questions, in order to make negative sentence. So if I'm going to change this sentence into negative sentence, I have to use did. No? I did, like this. I did. And the negative form, I did not. No? Or with the contraction? I didn't. And look at this. What happened with the verb? Look at this. Both sentences are in past. I bought a new car last week is in past. I didn't buy a new car last week is in past. Here we know that it's in past because of the verb. And here we know it's in past because of didn't. No? But when we use the auxiliary did, the verb is in present. Okay, pay attention. When we use the auxiliary did, the verb is in present. No? Buy is present, bought is past. In order to make affirmative sentences, positive sentences, we use the verb in past. In order to say negative sentences, we have to use the auxiliary did with the negative form, did not, didn't, and the verb is in present. Okay? Okay, guys. So we are going to make some exercises. I'm going to give you some verbs. For example, like this: play, eat, read, sing, study, read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 verbs. Here we have 6 verbs. Okay, 6 verbs. Play, eat, read, sing, study, and swim. Okay, we have here 6 verbs, but these verbs are in present. No, these verbs are in present. So we have to change these verbs into past. What do we have to do? We have to identify which ones are regular and which ones are irregular. I'm going to give you the key, no? In this case, for example, play is a regular verb. Eat is an irregular verb. Read is an irregular verb. Sing is an irregular verb. Study is an irregular verb. Study is a regular verb. And the last one, swim, is irregular. Okay? I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share with you the list of verbs. Let me see what is the shot. Going to this one. Let me see here. Oh my God. I'm going to write again the verbs, but on the in the chat. I'm going to write again the verb, but in the chat. Okay. Remember, play, irregular verb. Swim, irregular verb. Read, irregular verb. Study, regular verb. Sing, irregular verb. And, oh my God, another one. Eat, no. Oh my God, this one is regular. Like this, regular, irregular, irregular. Another one, regular. Oh, wait a minute, that someone is writing to me, so I change it. Here, I'm going to write here because I can do it. I'm going to share my screen again. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen again on this one. Here it is, and I'm going to write the verbs here. No, here. The verbs are play, sing, study, swim, read, and cook. This one. And remember, this is regular. This is irregular. This one, study, is regular. Swim is irregular. Read is irregular. And cook is a regular. So you're going to find out what is the past of each one of these verbs, ¿no? We are going to start like this. Vamos a empezar entonces escribiéndolos en pasado, estos verbos. If I say that play is a regular verb, what is the past of play? Like this, no? Played. Okay. Sing is an irregular verb.
Song.
And almost. And in past is sang. We have to look for the list of regular verbs in the dictionary or on internet, and study is a regular verb, so we have to change like this, study. Swim is an irregular verb. We look for the verb swim in the dictionary, and the list is going to tell us swam is the past. Okay, swim present, swam past. Read in past is an irregular verb, but it's the same. Read in present, read in past is the same. It doesn't change. And the last one, cook, is a regular verb, so we have to use cooked. And after that, what do you have to do? You are going to make a sentence. One affirmative, one negative, with each one of these verbs in past. No? For example, my brother played soccer with his friends last week. Okay, this is the affirmative sentence. My brother plays soccer with his friends last week. And you have to change this sentence into negative. My brother didn't play soccer with his friends last week. Okay? You understand the difference, no? Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Okay? So with each one of them, you are going to make an affirmative sentence, and then you are going to change that sentence into negative. Remember, in affirmative sentence, you have to use the verb in past, played. And in the negative sentence, you have to use the auxiliary didn't, and the verb is in present. Okay? You got it? So you are going to write 2 sentences with sing, 1 affirmative, 1 negative, 2 sentences with study, 1 affirmative, 1 negative, and so on. Okay? So I'm going to give you There are 10 sentences, so you have 10 minutes in order to do that, okay? It's 3:55, so at 4:05, I'm going to check your answer. You are going to write the sentence and you're going to send me via chat, okay? Via chat, you can send me the sentences. Is it okay? Do you understand, guys? Is it clear for you? Yes or no? Tell me. You tell me, guys.
Teacher, repeat, please.
Okay. Remember, we are going to do the same with like the example. We are going to make an affirmative sentence. An affirmative sentence like this. My brother played. The affirmative sentence. Remember that the verb is in past, and then you change that sentence into past with negative, with the auxiliary did. No, when you use the auxiliary did in your negative sentence, you have to change the verb into present. Entonces, con cada uno de estos van a hacer una oración en pasado, una en forma afirmativa y después la pasada negativa. ¿Okay? Study, una oración en forma afirmativa y después la pasada negativa. Pero recuerden que lo van a hacer con el tiempo pasado, ¿no? Entonces lo vamos a hacer es con esta segunda columna. ¿Entendido?
Yes.
Así que entonces son 10 oraciones, ¿no? Okay, so I'm going to mute my microphone and close my webcam. And I'm going to give you until 4:10 minutes. Okay, 4:10. In order to check. At 4:10, I'm going to check the sentence. Please send me the sentences via chat. Okay. You can, if you have any questions, you can answer me. You can ask me the questions. Remember that you can send me your sentences via chat. Remember, write your sentences and send me via chat. Okay. Okay, well done, Isabella. Isabella sent 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 sentences, the 10 sentences, and all of them are correct. Oh, I played with my dog, I didn't play with my dog. My cousin sang very beautiful. My cousin didn't sing. I studied all night. I didn't study last night. My mom swam 3 meters. My mom didn't even swim 3 meters. My grandfather read a lot of books. My grandfather didn't read. My mother cooked and my grandmother didn't cook. Very well. That's correct, Isabella. Your sentences are completely right. I am waiting for the other student sentences, no? Remember to send me your sentences in order to watch them, to check them. I have other sentences here. Eileen sent her sentences. Let me see. Taylor Swift sang at this concert. Taylor Swift didn't sing. I studied. I didn't study. My friend swam. My friend didn't swim. My mom read. My mom didn't read. My grandma cooked. My grandma didn't cook. Okay, it's important to send the sentences because I have to check if you are using the verb in past and if you are using the auxiliary appropriately, okay? That's why I have to check them. I have to look at your sentences, no? It's important to look at your sentence. That's why I'm telling you that you have to send. Okay, Laura, my sister sang, my sister didn't sing. My niece. Okay, you wrote nice, is niece. Studied English, my niece didn't study. My dad swam, my dad didn't swim in the pool, my friend read. There was a mistake here. Okay. These are not all the sentences, there are some mistakes there. Laura Barrera. For example, you say, my dad swam in the pool yesterday, good. But when you are going to write the negative sentence, you have to use didn't. You forgot that. You have to say, my dad didn't swim in the pool. Okay. Junior has already sent his sentences. Michael played, Michael didn't play, I washed, I didn't wash, my brother wrote, I didn't write, my cousin painted, my cousin didn't paint. Okay, you used other verbs, no? Junior, send your sentences and those sentences are okay. And you used different verbs, no? For example, watch, run, paint, but okay, it doesn't matter. Hey, Santiago, my sister sang, my sister didn't sing, I studied, I didn't study, I swam, I didn't swim, my brother read, my brother didn't read. And number 5, my father cooked, my father didn't cook. Good, very good, Eddie. Andrina Give, she sang, she didn't sing. I studied, I didn't study, we swam, we didn't swim. There are some typing mistakes, not typing mistakes when you are writing. You can make some mistakes. For example, swam with N, not with M. He read, he didn't read. The dolphins swam, the dolphins didn't swim. Maria Paula Duran, Clara sang, Clara didn't like to sing. It's a different verb, but it's okay. My sister studied, my sister didn't study. My friends enjoyed, my friends didn't like. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good, Maria Paula Duran. Okay, we are going to continue with another exercise. That exercise aims to use appropriately the negative form didn't and the verb in past. Okay, now we're going to continue with another exercise, which is where we are going to unscramble sentences. Okay, we are going to unscramble sentences. We have here some sentences, and you are going to tell me what the correct order is. Okay, for example, we have here washed, car, my father, his. What is the first letter, the first word of the sentence, guys?
My father washed his car.
Okay, my father washed his car. Remember that this washed is very soft, no? Wash, wash. It's different from this one, watch. Okay, this one.
She didn't watch TV.
She didn't watch TV. And here, remember, didn't, so the verb is in, oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm here again. I had a technical issue. Now we're going to continue to keep on doing the exercise. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen again. And this is the exercise. We are going to continue with the exercise, this one. Okay. What is the correct order of this sentence? Look at this. Pay attention because this is a question, no? This is a question. This is a question. And when we ask a question in simple past, we start with did, okay? So what is the rest of the sentence?
Did he listen to music?
Okay, this he listen. Remember to pronounce listen to music. Okay, did he listen to music? Next. We have here. Okay.
My mother cooked delicious pizza.
My mother, she cooked a delicious pizza. My mother cooked a delicious pizza. Okay, next. Oh, this one. This one, music done yesterday to listen. Here we have yesterday. Now this is an expression of time for past. This is a time expression used in past. No? What is the correct sentence in this case, guys?
Dan listened to music yesterday.
Okay, listen it. Listen, present. Past, listen it. Okay. Here we have a negative sentence. This one is a negative sentence. Okay, what is the correct sentence in this case?
You didn't work in a shop.
You didn't. Okay, you didn't. Negative form. The verb in present, no, work in a shop. Good. Next. This one we have here, dinner for family. Freddy did cook his. And this is a question, no? This is a question.
Did Freddy cook?
Did, good. This is a question, so we have to start with did. Freddy, the verb, cook. Did Freddy cook for
His family.
his family? For his family, okay, perfect. Next, number 6.
My sister.
Nice. My sister, okay, good. The verb, my, okay, there is another word before sister. My what? Look at this, night, last, little, or cried.
Or my little sister cried
Yeah.
last night.
Yes, that's perfect. My little sister cried last night, no? Last night. Number 7. Yesterday paint and didn't pictures, no? It's a negative sentence. We have here didn't. So what is the correct order of these words?
And didn't paint pictures yesterday.
Okay, and didn't paint the verb in present because didn't is the auxiliary pictures yesterday. Good. Number 8. Studied his, my brother room in.
My brother studied in his room.
In his room. No, my brother studied in his room. Good. Number 9. 3. Who beat yesterday and climbed. Here we have a different verb. This is a question. This is a question. Okay, look at the quotation mark. But this is a WH question. Esta es una pregunta, pero es un poco diferente, ¿no? Acá, como se dan cuenta, es una pregunta, pero no está el did. Y está la WH, ¿no? WH question. Remember that when we have WH question, this is the first one, ¿no? We start with this one. Who? Who what? Who climbed it? Yes, who climbed it? Who climbed it what?
A big tree yesterday.
Yes, who climbed it a big tree yesterday. Okay, good. Number 10. Washed my car, father his.
His father watched.
My father, okay, we are talking about my father. My father washed. What did he wash? His car. My father washed his car. Number 11. Skate, run, yesterday, they, park, in, didn't. No? This is a negative sentence, didn't. So, what is the correct order of this sentence?
Didn't skate in the
Run,
park.
didn't, skate,
In the
where?
park.
In the park. When? Yesterday. No? Ron didn't skate in the park yesterday. And the last one.
She didn't watch TV.
Okay, next, a negative sentence. She didn't watch TV. Okay, watch TV. Okay, we are going to do a little an exercise like this one. It's similar to this one. Hacer un ejercicio similar a este. When we have to organize and scramble some sentences. See? This one, but the sentences are a little longer. La oración acá es un poco más larga, ¿no? A little longer. And this one, for example, number one, David's across month brother last US travel. The sentences are a little longer and a little more complicated, no? So who wants to say these sentences? What is the correct order of these sentences?
David's brother traveled across the US last month.
Okay, you said that David's what?
Brother
Okay, David's brother. We are talking about the brother of David, no? So we say David's brother. What happens with David's brother? Traveled, yes.
across the US last month.
Across the US, no? Across the United States. David's brother, the brother of David, traveled across the United States when? Last month, okay? Let's see another one, number two. As I have said before, these sentences are longer, no? Longer. These sentences are longer, so we have to pay attention and we have to take into account if it's negative, affirmative, or if it's a question. Okay, look at this. What is the correct order of this sentence?
I enjoy.
Okay, you say I, let's see. No. So you say I enjoyed. Look at the words. And we have another word with capital letter, which means that's the first word of the sentence. It's not I. This sentence does not start with I. Look at the words and tell me what is the correct word to start the sentence. Oh, nobody? Okay, this one, in. Look at this. Look at the capital letter. The capital letter is the first letter of this word. It's in capital. Capital in Spanish, mayúscula, no? In what? Hey guys, what happened with you? Look at the sentence, look at the words. And what is the next one? In classes, in school, in midday. What do you think?
I
Repeat, please. In midday? No. In school? Let's see. No. Classes? No. So, previous? No. What do you think? I
In my-
enjoyed. My previous, no, remember that we started with
In my
in my previous school, what happened? These are
enjoy.
correct. I enjoy, let's see, yes, enjoy, yes. In my
Village
previous school, I enjoyed. What did she enjoy? Enjoy finishing? Yes. In my previous school, I enjoy finishing classes at midday. Look at this sentence, are a little complex, more complex. Let's see another one. Benjamin, English class, yesterday, day, during, spoke, wall. We have three words with capital letter, no? Benjamin, because it's the proper noun, English, because it's a proper noun, and yesterday is a proper noun. What is the first word of this sentence? Hey guys, what is the first word of this sentence? Benjamin, English, class, yesterday, day, during, spoke, all. Tell me, you tell me, guys.
English class.
Yesterday,
Okay, you say yesterday. Let's see. Yesterday, that's correct. Then Benjamin. Yesterday, Benjamin. What did Benjamin do yesterday? So what is the verb of this sentence?
Stop.
Spoke. Good. Yesterday, Benjamin spoke English. What else?
During,
During. During
uh,
what?
the
And the
whole
time is
class.
over. The whole class. Okay, we have a problem with this exercise because it has time. It has a timeline, ¿no? Este ejercicio tiene un timeline, un deadline, un límite de tiempo, entonces por eso nos saco. Vamos a hacer otro por acá. We're going to change the exercise and we're going to do this one. Look at this. We have here some verbs like live, studied, rented, study, studied, want, rent, didn't, did, lived, wanted, cooked. So as you can see, we have a verb in present, like live, and the same verb in past. No? Rented, rent. Studied, study, studied. We have three options. Want, wanted, present and in past. And the auxiliaries didn't and did. So you are going to try to complete this role play, this conversation between Annie and Beth, no? Here, Annie and Beth are talking. So, what is the first one? Look at this. And what is the first one?
Study. Study.
Did you study? Okay. Did you study? So I'm going to use study in present or in past. In present
Past.
or in past? In past. Like this one or like this one? Remember, we have study in present, this one. We have studied in past, like this one. And we have another one, studied in past, like this one. The red, the green, or the purple?
The green teacher.
The green, that's okay, the green. Why? Because here we have did. If we have did, the verb is in present, okay? Did you study French at university? That's a question. And Beth is answering, no, I what? I what? If we are answering a question with a negative form, no, what is the missing word here? Didn't.
didn't.
Okay. Yes, Andre Najibe writes in the chat and she says didn't. That's correct. No, I didn't study French. I what? Italian. Let's see. Paula said didn't. Okay, the next one. I what? Italian.
Want?
I live. I want. Or I wanted. I don't know. Did you study French at university? No, I didn't study French. I Italian. Pay attention to the context, ¿no? Le están preguntando, ¿usted estudió francés en la universidad? Y Beth contesta, no, yo no estudio francés, yo italiano. What? What is the missing word?
The red.
Here is studied. Listen to the conversation and pay attention. Did you study French at university? No, I didn't study French. I studied Italian. No? Here we have did, so the verb is in present. Did, the verb is in present. Here, there's no did, so the verb is in past. And it continues. I studied Italian. I in Rome for 6 months in my third year. What is the verb here?
I live.
I live in present or in past?
Past.
In past. Good. I lived, no? In past. I lived in Rome for 6 months in my third year. UPB and Roma. Okay. Okay, Annie. Annie is asking a question. Where did you in Rome? Where did you a verb in Rome? What is the missing verb here?
Rent.
Rent? No, that's not correct. That's not the correct one.
Live in present.
Live?
Okay, live in present. Good. Where do you live in Rome? In this sentence, we are using did, so the verb is in present. Where did you live in Rome? And Anna and Beth is answering. Near the forum, a house with some Italian students. So what is the missing verb here?
Rented.
Present or past?
Past.
Past, I rented. In this case, the ed, you pronounce like it. I rented a house. Los verbos en pasado tienen una pequeña, son los regulares, ¿no? Cuando estamos hablando de LD, tiene una pequeña diferencia en la pronunciación, ¿no? No es lo mismo decir study a studied. Sí, hay una D al final. Acá termina en I, study. Acá termina en D, studied. Esa es la diferencia. Acá, live, termina la F. Y acá hay una T al final, live. Live. Acá es en rent, es una ID, se pronuncia. Rented. Okay, rented. I rented the house with some Italian students. So Annie is answering a question. Is asking a question. So what is here? What is the word missing here?
Did.
Did.
Yes. That's a question. We have to start with did. And we use did and the verb speak is in present. And Beth is answering. Did you speak in Italian all the time? Not always, because they to practice their English. We have studied, want, rent, wanted, cooked. What verb can we use in this sentence? What verb can we use in this sentence, guys? Not always, because they
Want?
want in present or in past. Let me see the shot. Want, okay, Paula said want, but in past, wanted. They wanted in past. Ellos deseaban, ellos querían. ¿Qué querían? They wanted to practice their English, ¿no? Yo les estaba preguntando, did you speak in Italian all the time? Usted hablaba en italiano todo el tiempo? Not always, no siempre. Because they wanted to practice their English, no porque ellos deseaban practicar su inglés. And the last one, but I grade pasta, studied, want, rent, or cooked. Cooked, yes, that's right. But I cooked great pasta. Remember that pasta is spaghetti, no? Spaghetti is a pasta. You can say pasta, pasta includes all kind of pasta, no? All kinds of pasta, macarons or mac, spaghetti, all of them are pasta. So did you study French at university, Beth? No, I didn't study French. Okay, now I'm going to let me see. Eddie Santiago, are you there? Eddie?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, you are going to help me with this exercise. I'm going to be Annie, and you're going to be Beth, okay? So I'm going to read the sentences, the Annie sentences, and you are going to read Beth sentences, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to start. Did you study French at university?
No, I didn't study French. I studied Italian. I lived in Roma for 6 months in my 3 year.
Okay, remember that. No, it didn't say Roma, it's Rome, okay? Where did you live in Rome?
Near the forum, I rented a house with some Italian students.
Did you speak in Italian all the time?
Not always, because they want to practice their English, but I could greet pasta.
Okay, good. Let's see another one. Let me see. Melanie. Melanie, you are working with Sarai, but Melanie, you're going to talk. Melanie, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Melanie, you are going to do the same lines. You're going to talk as Beth, okay? So, did you study French at university?
I didn't French in Athens.
No, read the sentences as you can see the screen.
Did
Okay, again, did you study French at university?
university?
Melanie, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I didn't study French. I studied Italian. I
Continue.
lived in Rome for 6 months in my 3rd year. And where did you live in Rome?
No. Okay, no. That's my line. Where did you live in Rome? Your turn.
Okay. Where do you live in Rome?
No, answer the question, Melanie. Where did you live in Rome? You have to say as Beth. You're going to play the role of Beth. Recordemos, yo estoy leyendo las de Annie y usted está leyendo las de Beth. Melanie.
¿Cómo, profe?
Where did you live in Rome?
Um, I don't live in Rome.
Okay, but you
I
have to
don't-
read, Melanie. You have to read. Only read what is on the screen. Where did you live in Rome? So you have to say near the forum. I rented a house with some Italian students. Okay. Recuerden que estamos acá leyendo nada más y yo estoy leyendo las frases de Annie y ustedes están leyendo las frases de Beth, ¿no? Okay, we are going to do again. Another person, let me see. Andri Najibe, you have microphone, Andri? Can you speak?
Repeat, teacher, please.
Okay, okay. So, Andri Najibe, you are going to play Beth and I'm going to be Annie. Did you understand?
Yes, teacher.
¿Entendido? Okay, so did you study French at university?
No, I didn't study French. I studied Italian. I lived in Rome for 6 months into year.
Okay, my third year. Where did you live in Rome?
Near the forum, I rented a house with some Italian students.
Did you speak in Italian all the time?
Near the forum, I rented a house with some Italian students.
Did you speak in Italian all the time?
Not always, because they wanted to practice their English, but I cook great pasta.
Okay. Remember that you have to say but I cooked great pasta. Okay, another one. Let me see another person who can read. Eileen, do you have microphone? Eileen, you have microphone. Can you speak?
Yes.
Okay, the same exercise. We're trying to speak, to listen, and I have to listen to your pronunciation. Okay. Okay, let's start. Did you study French at university?
No, I didn't. I didn't study French. I studied Italian. Yes. I lived in Rome for 6 months in my third year.
Where did you live in Rome?
Near the forum, I rented a house with some Italian students.
Did you speak in Italian all the time?
Not always, because they wanted to practice their English, but I cooked great pasta.
Okay, guys, so that's all for today. The time is up. Remember to try to participate more in these sessions. Not try to participate more. It's important for you to participate, to try to speak, to try to do the exercises, to try to send the sentences, to try to say something in these sessions, because it's the time when you have the opportunity to speak. So I need you to participate. I need you to participate more in these sessions. Hey guys, so we are going to stop here. I'm going to stop recording this session.